more can I say?
Top Billin. Yo, Top Billin to ya. All right, y'all, you already know the drill. If an uncomfortable situation arises and your ass is like, and you was one of them Tyrese's like, what more do you want from me?
Don't take my baby. I'm at $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me?
Top Billin isn't for you. Because Top Billin is where we talk about the hardest franchise in the NFL, the Baltimore Ravens. All right, y'all. I don't come bearing gifts in the form of a film study, but this is Flock Wallstreet, so we will be having some intelligent discussion here on the Flock Wallstreet show. Flock Wallstreet is for people who can think outside the box, people who aren't a part of the go-along, get-along gang where they seek out Twitter for their opinions, the blind leading the blind. Somebody doesn't know about football and you copying that person's opinion, you parroting that shit. Top Billin isn't for you, man. Flock Wallstreet, baby. Nothing but intelligent football discussion. Obviously, we're going to crack some jokes, have a little bit of laughs as well, but definitely want to convey the mantra here with Flock Wallstreet. So I want to talk about the offensive line situation on the A block here. On the B block, we'll talk about uniforms, right? Something I've never talked about before, but just have a little fun right here. Your boy just want to keep the content flowing. I can't always come with the film studies, man. Sometimes I just got to talk to the people. So I want to talk to the people today and talk about why I think the Baltimore Ravens could possibly have the best offensive line in the entire NFL. Now, mad shout-outs to certain other teams. I think a team like the New Orleans Saints with its two big bookend tackles there, Armstead, and of course, my man Ryan Ramczyk from the Wisconsin Badgers. They have some really good interior offensive linemen as well. They are set up for success through the air and through the ground for whichever quarterback. Hopefully, my man Jameis Winston wins that there. But I'm cool with Taysom Hill as well. Just want to see some good football going on right there. New Orleans Saints, very solid franchise, no doubt about it. The Indianapolis Colts, even with Anthony Costanza gone, I think that with Quentin Nelson there, and of course Ryan Kelly at center, and some of the additions and stuff, I think they could still have one of the better offensive lines. There's no doubt about that. Just Kelly and your boy Nelson alone right there, 2/5 of two of the best players in all of football for sure. The Cleveland Browns, they have a really good offensive line for sure. They are set up for success, no doubt, with the offensive line, and several others as well. But the Baltimore Ravens, even with the loss of Orlando Brown, which I still don't want to think about. That shit sucks, right? But even with the loss of Orlando Brown, being able to bring in a guy like Alejandro Villanueva and what he brings from a pass blocking standpoint, I think it could be worth its weight in gold, especially with one of the best offensive tackles in the entire game, right? When he's healthy, he's wealthy, and he's wealthy anyway with that contract he got. Your boy Ronnie Stanley, if he's unable to start the season, right, with his ankle or whatever like that, if he's compromised, Villanueva can step in for him, man, and won't miss a beat. Villanueva is a really good pass protector, probably as good as Orlando Brown, if maybe a little bit better. As far as the run blocking goes there, I'm not sure if that's his deal, right? Pittsburgh became more of a finesse team, and you can see with some of their run schemes, and people try to blame it on the running back and stuff like that. But the offensive line, man, was a little soft there. So that's not normally how Pittsburgh Steelers rock there, but they did become more of a passing franchise there, and they've had some results doing that. So Villanueva's good in that aspect, and I expect the Baltimore Ravens to take a really good leap with this passing game as well. So my man Action Jackson, he going to get it in. He's already getting it in. I don't want to hear that bullshit about Action Jackson anyway, right? The man's stats, efficiency, and all that. You already know the drill, man. Make sure you check out part 1, 2, and 3. Check out the trilogy on my man Lamar Jackson I did, complete with film studies, answering the haters and all that shit like that. I thought there was some really good work there over hour and a half worth of content, or close to an hour and a half worth of content material for you to check out there. Binge the trilogy and let me know what you think about that if you have not already seen that. But if Villanueva has a step in there, I think they just have a wealth of people that can sit in there and do the job for the time being. So if we go from the left tackle to the left guard, Bradley Bozeman, who I thought was a very solid left guard, moving to his natural position of center with that 77 jersey on, looking like Matt Burke out there. Man, I love me some Matt Burke. Him at center, and then you get a guy like Kevin Zeitler from the New York Giants, who I covered last season here on the channel for a little bit, the Giants. Zeitler is normally a really good player. I'm not sure what was going on with the New York Giants offensive line last year. He must have caught the yips. Everybody caught the yips there. But I expect him to be back to form playing for the Baltimore Ravens for sure. That's hard. Kevin Zeitler, you get him at a right guard spot, and then you draft a guy like Ben Cleveland. You can plug him in at the left guard. What? And you have Villanueva. So when everyone's healthy, him at a right tackle spot. And I know people always talk about the left to the right side, and I liken it to being overseas, right? If you're overseas and you have to drive on the right side of the car, right, on the left side of the street and stuff like that, it'll definitely take some getting used to there. But these guys are professional athletes, and they have you cross-train different positions anyway, so he should be fine in that aspect. But like I said, no, if not, him at left tackle for the time being, but when it's all healthy there, that 5 right there, that's hard. That is damn hard. Think about it, man. Stanley, and even if it's not Cleveland, the guys that they have behind him, it's like a whole club of Bens now that I think about it, right? My man Ben Bredesen, right? I naturally cover college football, so this is my foray back into covering NFL football, which I started my career at doing with SB Nation and Bleacher Report there, where I covered the Baltimore Ravens as well as the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. But with that being said there, my base is college. So when you do college, you have to do a lot of high school stuff, especially if it's film stuff. And I remember Ben Bredesen coming out of high school in Wisconsin. He was one of the best offensive linemen in the nation. He lived up to that to me at Michigan, where they were kind of in a little bit of a scheme turmoil. Ben Bredesen has some talent there. I could easily see him being a left guard there. Ben Powers as well from Oklahoma was there with, of course, with Orlando Brown. They have multiple Oklahoma players now that I think about as well. I believe they picked up Adrian Ely, who could be a right tackle of the future from Oklahoma as an undrafted free agent. Not sure why he went undrafted. Usually it's probably about a workout thing or something like that. He should not have gone undrafted. Adrian Ely can play for sure. So he's one of these guys, a Tyree Phillips. Now, Tyree got to get it together, though. Tyree was getting some of that prison loving last year, and he was looking bad in a couple of different spots. So Tyree Phillips, while he does have some talent there, he definitely needs to get that together. But Ben Powers, Ben Bredesen, Big Ben Cleveland from Georgia, of course, I forget what pick he was, maybe 3rd round or something like that. That's a nice young group of players that were very good and went to some elite level programs, all programs that ran the ball too, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Georgia. So, these guys scout to their strength, and that's a pretty good thing to see right there. So I like all those guys, Kevin Zeitler, and of course all those guys can flip and play right guard. Same thing with Tyree Phillips as well. And but I like that starting 5. So this is going to be a call and response. Every time I'm doing something, I like to do a call and response to the people just to see who can pay attention out there and just to interact with the people. So, you know me, real men watch to the end. If you don't watch to the end, baby, you're more than likely going to get a tongue lashing from your boy. I'm going to roast you. I'm going to know if you watch to the end, especially if you come in and comment 5 seconds after the damn content drops. That's easy. If you better wait until later or something like that and don't watch and pretend like you watched, then I can't see it. But at the very least, I'll know, because you end up saying some shit that I said in the piece just because you didn't watch, right? Respect me, man, and I'll respect you for the most part. But just trying to have some quality discussion here. So let me know your 5, how you want to see it play out there. And some of you people I know from these other teams that'll watch this, let me know some of the other squads you like that have some of the best offensive line units right there. So call and response on that one. Then I'll have another one right here for the B block as well, right? B block for the Baltimore Ravens. Surprise, motherfuckers! Like Sergeant Dokes from Dexter, right? So, through the magic of the internet or through the magic of video here, it's a whole nother time period, but your boy is back rocking that purple and black. Got the white and the gold as well. So, man, this is what I want to do right here. Let's have a little fun. I never do stuff like this, right? I'm always steadfast, right, into the film stuff. But, hey, man, I want to have a little fun or something like that, especially with Flock Wallstreet here in the Ravens fan base. I always said that, man, I'm not going to rock no Ravens shit on the internet. Nobody will ever know. I can keep throwing people off and everything like that. But listen, your boy is smart. I know that real men watch to the end, but there's only like 5 real men in the world. So those 5 real men who rock to the end, right? They rock to the end with your boy, then they'll see this. Everybody else won't even see this, so it doesn't matter anyway. Because I'll throw people off and wear this or wear that or whatever like that, and they would never know, right? They say if you don't tell anybody something that you like or you never let anybody into that, they can't use it against you. And I learned in this business a long time ago, people will discredit anything you're saying if it's attached to fandom. So that's why I'm always neutral. It does not matter. I could talk about whoever. I'm always right down the middle, and there's no fandom attached to my analysis. But on something like this, right, it's definitely fandom attached to it. And I want to talk about the top 5 or my favorite 5 uniform combinations for the Baltimore Ravens. And I think the Ravens have the best uniform combinations in the NFL. It has evolved. Before, I thought it was really dope, but it has since kind of evolved. I don't know if they changed a few things. It always seems like I don't know if they did to the purples, like they softened it. I don't know. That purple's hard, man. It's like my Virginia Tech Hokies, right? That maroon, that shit is hard as hell to, like, match up across like clothes. You'll get a whole different shade no matter the clothes. But if you see what they wear on the field and the type of purple that they have and the different combinations, we'll get to it, right? But I think they have the best uniforms in the league. I don't know who you think, man. I got some other guys who I think is really dope too, some other teams. For the first team that I think about always is the Chargers. That damn powder blue, baby blue or whatever it is, that shit is hard. Extremely hard right there. Especially with their new take on the old type of or the old stuff that they used to do or the old stuff that they used to wear. I think it is extremely hard. I love that shit, though, back when LT and Phillip Rivers and Drew Brees and them was there and they would rock them throwbacks. Ooh, man, that's definitely up there. No doubt about that. The Chargers are. I'm a big fan of gold. So black and gold for the New Orleans Saints, I always think their shit is dope as hell, too. You can definitely get some, if you got somebody with some style out there, that's a Saint. Like a Michael Thomas, right? With him being with that Jordan brand stuff. He's getting some dope shit out there, man. It looks very good. The Indianapolis Colts, right? So the Indianapolis Colts is special to me, right? My old head from Baltimore, and he still kind of identifies with the Colts. Now, he loves the Ravens or whatever like that, but he still talks about all this Colts shit all the time, right? He's an old head, so he identifies with that. And I always thought, I had a dream one day, right? It's like the New Orleans Pelicans. When the Hornets went to the Pelicans or went to New Orleans or whatever like that, I believe they were the New Orleans Hornets, so they kept all that branding and stuff like that. Then eventually they wanted to do something that was more germane and native to the state of Louisiana. So with the Pelicans, they got their own shit. And then the Bobcats, who Charlotte had became, right, their new franchise, then they got to re-adopt the Hornets. Suppose the Ravens, right? Suppose the Colts, they were like, you know what? Let's get something closer or make sense with the state of Indiana and get our own shit. What would happen if the Ravens readopted that old Colts stuff, right? That blue and white. That blue and white shit is hard. That white helmet and everything, I absolutely love that as well. So that would be dope right there. But I don't know, man. There's something about the purple and black and the gold and white and everything like that. That shit is hard. And I always have some dope fits. I got tons and tons of Ravens gear. And I always have some shit, custom type shit. And just a whole bunch of it. It's always fun to rock the shit. It looks dope to me. And I think it's the best uniform out there. But let's get to the top 5 combinations, though, right here. All right, so my number 5, I believe, is the purple tops with the white letters and the white pants. Now, I have a older picture here because I think this was one of my favorite ones because this was the one back then where they had that kind of that black collar thing going on there, but they had that I don't know what that shit is. Was it called fly wire or something like that? I wish that shit would come back. Them shits was hard right there. I love that with the white letters with the gold outline, and then of course the black, the black outline as well, right? So the black outline of numbers, and the black kind of shadow outline in between, and then on the outside as well. To me, to have a dope uniform, if you can have 4 different colors in your combination, you know what I'm saying, your shit has a chance to be dope. Especially, remember, this is all subjective. So this will go about what type of color that you like and the colors that you feel are your favorite colors. And I really do like every single one of those colors. It's probably my 4 favorite colors right there: black, purple, white, and gold. So as a combination right there, yes, sir, that shit is hard. But that specific one right there with that fly wire, and then the ones they have right now are equally as dope as well. But I just always love that one. I think because I have a jersey with that fly wire thing on it. My number 4 is the all black. Now, the all black used to be my number 1 back in the Ray Lewis, Ed Reed days. That shit looked so intimidating, man, when they would come out there, especially being a defensive program like that and being known for physicality. That shit just fit. But over time, I've started to evolve my taste or whatever like that, and I like a little bit of the lighter colors. Black is probably my all-time favorite color. So, but as I've gotten older, I've started to really like other colors as well. So right now, this shit could change, right? These things are all dope, so they're subject to change. But right now, the all black will be my number 4. And I love how they have the accents there with the B on the pants with the gold. And then I always like it on a switch up. Instead of having the black shoes, have a lighter color. So right there you see Lamar with the purple shoes on. If they had like some white shoes on or something like that, the shit would be dope just to kind of offset all that black. But it's dope anyway, man, with the way that it's set up there. So it looks very good, man. I always got to pay respects to that helmet too with those purple stripes down the center. That shit is hard. All right, number 3 is the white tops with the black pants. I love the juxtaposition of the lighter color on top and then the darker color on the bottom, especially when you can combat that with some white shoes too. That's my dope right there for sure. Marlon Humphrey looked real dope right here with the white gloves as well. And then he got the high socks on. So that's a nice color contrast right there. That would be my number 3. Number 2 is the Color Rush. Color Rush could have easily been number 1, but obviously they're not going to wear the Color Rush that much. I actually think they should make the Color Rush, man, they should make the Color Rush a main color and make something else the Color Rush. The Color Rush is hard because it has those gold numbers. And look at the white stripes with the gold down the center on the pants there with that gold B. That shit is hard. I got to get me another joint. I had a CJ Mosley. Come on, man. How's CJ Mosley not a career Raven? That dude was the shit. That's my dude right there still to this day. That man right there following a Ray Lewis, that would have been perfect. But now, man, Patrick Queen there. Imagine Patrick Queen and CJ Mosley. Woo-wee. But Malik Harrison going to do his thing too. But listen, that damn purple on purple like that, man, with the white shoes and the black helmet, man, this only thing that stopped this from being my number 1 is that it's an alternate, a color rush. So only get that how many times a year, maybe once or twice or something like that. If it was a regular, this would be it. I love this shit, man. Come on, this is cold. And my number 1, the white tops with the purple pants. Man, dude, I'm telling you right now, this shit right here, every time they wear that, man, it's just that contrast right there, right? And you can't see right here, but with the black socks or the black compression stuff they wear underneath that, man, with some white socks and some white shoes. But that white jersey, man, with that purple lettering and then of course the gold and black accents there, you can't go wrong with that, man. With that purple Raven on that black helmet with them purple stripes down the center, man, that shit is a cold uniform. So now listen, I want to know you guys is right. So you already had the A section. Let me know your top 5 or your starting 5 combination you would go with as far as the offensive line. For you other people that don't know the Ravens, just tell me some teams you think has a dope offensive line. And then for you Ravens fans, of course, let me know your top uniform combination, right? Maybe give me 2 or 3 or whatever like that, but hey, whatever. Just give me your number one combination, and maybe we'll revisit this later, and I'll tally it up or something like that. But that's my number one right there. But no matter what they wear, man, to me it's the number one uniform in football. So you can let me know your other number one uniform if you like as well. If you're out here and you're rocking with your boy to the end, real men watch to the end and then comment. Let me know your number one uniform, but I know it's just going to be your favorite team, so it is what it is on that. But as always, man, thank you for rocking with your boy. Real men watch to the end and then comment. It's your boy Murph, the Underground King, Top Billin Sports, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.